Now, the most vehicles that Norway has ever sold in a month were around 142, which came back in 2022. But right now, the sales in Norway month to date, they are sitting at 126. So as of the 23rd of October, Norway has sold 126 vehicles. Now this is very important because this month we might see Norway selling more than the 142 cars they sold back in 22, which that was the record-breaking monthly deliveries in Norway. Now the reason why I talk a lot about Norway is that, well, Norway, it is the country in Europe that is selling the most of the Nio cars, right? Other countries, as it stands, they're sort of like struggling in terms of generating sales. Norway has always been that country that sells pretty good, decent deliveries. I know Germany once overtook Norway and sell way more than Norway. I mean, Norway has been that country that, of course, even if when Germany is at the top, they will be right there in the second position out of the 5 countries that Nio is currently selling their cars in when you look into Europe. So 126 is what Nio is currently sitting at, and this just simply means that Nio is just left with 16 cars to get to the record-breaking monthly deliveries they had in Norway. Which do you think Nio will get that? I think it will be easy peasy because, like yesterday, Nio sold 9 vehicles or 9 units, which is something that shows you that if they are able to do this on a single day, surely they can easily get 50 cars, which that will put them at roughly around 176 cars sold this month. This is massive. This is bullish. I know 176 might not be a lot, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference because this is an additional revenue that is coming outside of China. And Nio, in terms of revenues, you will know that their cars are more expensive outside of China because of the tariffs, because of the shipping costs, and all the other costs that they need to factor in when they sell their cars outside of China or in Norway, which is by seeing them generating this kind of sales, I suppose, yeah, it's a good thing, right? I mean, we can expect the same performance in Europe, or that Nio it's getting China in Europe, because I mean, come on, there are already cars or car makers in Europe that are well known, that are popular, that have stood the test of time. Nio just started penetrating the European market, I think, end of 2021. They started with Norway end of 2021, and therefore it's a recent thing. The market is still trying to get used to the Nio cars. The market is still testing the Nio cars, but I can tell you the kind of sales they will be able to generate in the future will be way more than this, because they would have stood the test of time. They will know that they can trust Nio because it's not just any other Chinese car maker selling cars in Europe, who some of them maybe they might compromise in terms of quality, but this is Nio. It's a premium high-end vehicle. When you talk about Nio, you need to talk about Mercedes and BMW, which that alone is massive. And we've been seeing Nio proving to investors, proving to countries that their cars are worth the price or the price tag they have. So yeah, man, this is bullish, this is good. And I know right now in Europe sales are not even getting to 1,000. Maybe, who knows, this month we might see maybe close to 500, because if Norway alone is going to scoop plus 170 vehicles this month, when you add the other 4 countries, I suppose we're going to get some good sales. Because a country like Netherlands, Nio has been trying, I mean, in terms of sales, because I think on average Netherlands is selling over 40 cars on a month to month, which, yeah, man, it's low, but they are trying. I think right now Netherlands and Germany, they are just going fluctuating number, or when it comes to the second position. Another month you will see Germany up there in terms of sales. Another month it will be, of course, Netherlands, but they are doing well. Denmark, Sweden, there's a bit of struggle there, but they are also trying to scoop in sales there and there. And hopefully this month, like I said, we get to see Nio selling or getting the total sales maybe coming from Europe of 500. That would be great. That would be awesome to see Nio being able to achieve that. You will know that a couple of days ago, I think 2 days ago, we were talking about the total exports that Nio has done year to date outside of China, and this includes the UAE. This includes both Europe and the UAE, which is the number was just over 1,000. So 1,000 cars shipped year to date, and I think most of those cars they went to Norway, because Norway we are starting to see a model like the EL6 doing exceptionally well. It is doing so well, meaning that they've got quite a number of EL6 delivered, or they just received quite a number of EL6 from Nio this year, because this month alone EL6 constitute to about 94 out of the 126 car that Nio has sold, which is massive, which is bullish, and it makes me want to load the boat, increase my holdings. I mean, already 2024 year to date EL6 has sold like 268, and out of that 268, 94 units were sold this month, which makes sense, or which would make sense that Norway just received maybe the more stock onto this EL6, which is why they are doing this well in terms of sales. I mean, the second best selling car is EL8 or ES8 in China, which has scooped I think 20 units right now in October, and year to date they have got 179 units sold, which is massive, which is bullish, man. The ES8 EL8, you know that it does not come cheap, and to seeing them selling the way it is, I think yeah, kudos to the Norway team, man. They are doing a great job. We might not be selling as much as we anticipated, or as much as it's anticipated by Nio, but we'll get there. Sub brands will be penetrating the European market soon, together with the UAE, which is massive, which is bullish, because there we know the sub brands will do very well, because number one, they are cheap and quite affordable to the mass market. I mean, a lot of people that know Nio outside of China, in Europe, UAE, those that cannot afford the Nio cars, they are saying, or they are waiting for their own, they are waiting for the Nio sub brands, which is massive, which is bullish. I mean, if you cannot afford a Nio car, you go to their sub brand. If you have enough money, I mean, when choosing between Envoy and Nio, you go for a Nio, because Nio, it's a more of a high-end brand than Envoy, Firefly. Those are mass market brands, which will give competition to the other mass market brands. Otherwise, that's all from me. Just thought I'd just give you this quick updates. Tell me what you think about this. I think we can expect record-breaking deliveries, or we should expect record-breaking deliveries coming from Norway when you look into Nio, which will be massive, which will be incredible, and we cannot wait to see the numbers passing the 142, which is the current monthly record in Norway. Otherwise, do your own DD. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I talk about Nio on this channel, and if you're a Nio follower, you want to know more about Nio, then this might be the channel for you. Otherwise, I'll see you on my next video, and God bless you all.